Hello everybody, it's Mark Sage again and welcome to the latest area Fireside Chat, where we speak to industry experts about the AR technology and also some of the things happening around AR and technology. I'm here today with Charlie, a long-time member of the Librestream team, one of the leading companies in the AR space. Charlie, it'd be great if you could introduce yourself and talk a little bit about yourself and your role.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Mark. I'm Charlie Neagoy. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer for Librestream. And Librestream's a software company focused on the industrial sectors of the world, manufacturing, aerospace, oil and gas, inspection. And we also have a very large segment of our business that's focused on defense. Most of our customers are large Fortune 1000 companies that are very CapEx intensive and are geographically diverse, both in their operations and where their products are ultimately used. The company was founded back in the early 2000s, and for over 20 years, we've really been focused on one thing, and that's delivering knowledge and information to a worker who needs it, wherever they are, at the moment they need it, in the field. Our users are rarely in the carpeted spaces of the world. They're on the factory floor, they're on the oil rig, they're in an airplane hangar, literally boots on the ground or boots in the mud or in the water. And it's those industrial frontline workers and their companies and their customers that remain our focus.
So that's great, Charlie. Thank you. So let's get going. Some kind of three questions. The question I always ask really is, what are the key problems you're solving, especially through your kind of work with AR and AI and the integration of that? It'd be great to hear what Librestream does.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, we have customers all over the world, and in every market, every industry, every geo that we operate, we really see the same thing. And I'm sure you've talked about and looked at this, that it goes by many names, right? The big shift change, the silver tsunami, basically the challenge of not being able to find or retain people. And that's a root cause problem, but it's really not the problem that our customers face or that our customers feel. That's a large scale. Yes, large scale retirement goes on. Yes, it's hard to retain younger employees for more than 2, 3, 4 years. But the problem that our customers face is this: how do they continue to serve and respond and support their customers in the way that their customers expect? Things like on-time delivery, fast response on problems and service issues, first-time resolution of those problems. And that's what our customers and their customers care about. Yeah, root cause stuff is out there, but what we're focused really on is those absolute visceral problems that our customers face. And all those kind of things are very dependent on skilled people having the right knowledge and information at their hands, right? At any time in the world, somewhere there is a process or a maintenance activity or procedure that is slowed down or stopped because somebody doesn't have the information they need to complete the job or get things up and running, to resolve whatever that issue. So they search for it, or they ask somebody, and they wait for some response from elsewhere. And when that happens, that time is lost, and then they fall short of what their customers are expecting. So Librestream's OnSite Now platform really uses AI and AR to deliver that necessary knowledge and information to that individual who needs it. So they're not waiting, they're not searching inefficiently. They're focused on, frankly, the work that they're hired and trained and skilled to do, which all goes back to that fixing it faster, satisfying the customer, getting the oil rig back up and running, the aircraft back in the air, the tractor moving through the field to make sure it hits the harvest.
I quite often like the phrase kind of relevant, up-to-date and contextual information to the workers when they need it. And I think you kind of, whilst didn't use those words, articulated it in that way. So that's great. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
We know, because we've been around for a while, or I've been around for a while, about benefits, and it's really talking about the benefits. So can you share some of the benefits through some examples that Librestream are doing, particularly through that AR and AI technology?
Yeah, so when somebody doesn't have access to the knowledge they need, right, there's almost a 100% probability that knowledge, that answer, that nugget of data that they require exists somewhere in their company. And it's in one of two types of places, right? It's in some system. It's in maintenance procedures, or it's in an ERP system or a CRM system or some sort of PLM or whatever, pick your acronym. Or it's in somebody's head, right? Call that experience or expertise or tribal wisdom. But one of those two places is almost guaranteed to have the knowledge. It's just not in the right place. So what we've built is a platform that uses AI to, number one, create a very easy interface for that worker in the field to query the system, which then will go out and pull the relevant and needed information from either a system like an ERP or maintenance procedure or something like that, or a person or a experience example. So just real world example. Take let's say a tech that's out servicing an elevator. Skilled, trained, knowledgeable, has done the job a dozen times or 100 times or 1,000 times, whatever it is, right? It's not really a question of this individual in the field is incapable of doing the job. They're just missing some small bit of information, right? I know how to do this, but I have to service elevators made by 10 different companies. I don't keep every single torque spec for the door closer in my head, right? So I just need that nugget of information delivered. They can go to our platform and say, they can literally ask, type, whatever. I'm working on model number XYZ, and I need to know what the torque setting is on the door closer sensor, right? By the way, I'm making that up. I don't know that much about elevators, so I don't know if there is a torque setting on door closer, but you get my point. Or they're using, on the AR side, they're using computer vision and basically capturing what the elevator is, and the system is saying, okay, that is a Otis model 123, whatever it is, and then saying, okay, pulling out of whatever the copious maintenance records and maintenance procedures are, okay, that torque setting that you're asking about, here it is. It's 17 newtons, whatever, and giving them that contextual knowledge. Now, what that means is that worker did not have to take their gloves off, go over to their phone or their computer or their paper manual and go dig through that to get that little bit of information. They're staying on the job. They're not, there's no switching cost, if you will, in terms of what they're focused on, and they're fixing it faster. And for the individual, and we know this very well because we spend a lot of time with our end users who are in these kind of roles, the most important thing to a lot of these techs is working faster, right? Saving time, getting the job done quicker is a huge motivator. So if they can do that, they're not burning 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there throughout the course of the day and the course of the week. That's satisfying them. And so they're our first constituent, right? Our end users. Our other constituents are their company and their company's customer, right? So if they're working faster, more efficiently, that's given them more capability, they're more capacity as individuals. The company's more efficient, more profitable. The customers are more satisfied, more revenue. So it's a virtuous circle as we look at all these constituents as we view them.
I agree. And one of the things we try and do in the area is consider all of those into like an ROI, or at least a kind of percentage savings. So you're absolutely right. Even those little 5-minute savings over a period of time grows into something quite amazing. And those other added bits, your customer, the individuals, the customer, and the providers are all part of that circle. So that's an amazing example. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, Mark, it really stacks up. Actually, we've done some studies on this. You'd be surprised. Upwards of 13 hours a week is lost on searching for information, waiting for information. Again, it's death by 1,000 cuts. And you add that up and you think, wait, that can't be right. That can't be 30% of your time, but yeah, it can. Turns out. So that's 30% we're attacking.
Amazing, and that's something I think as an industry we need to do more of, is talk about the ROI. Awesome. I'd like to jump on to the next question as well. Kind of what future innovations can we expect from Librestream, again around the AR and AI pipe, and how would that continue to add value to customers as well?
So one of the the benefits, I guess, or the perspectives of having done this for 20 years, technology evolves. Our mission does not and will not. And so over our history, we've actually had very distinct technology periods, if you will. I mean, Librestream actually started as a hardware company. We built cameras, and again, this is pre-smartphone, pre-broadband. So we built a lot of the things that were needed in the field. Now, along comes smartphones and ruggedized devices and tablets and everything else, and very quickly, let's leave the hardware R&D to much larger entities and ride the backs of the broad deployment of existing devices. So we morphed from a hardware company to a software company around 2014-ish, and became a software and SaaS company, grabbing onto a lot of new technologies around AR and IoT, and bringing that in. That continues right now. As AI has come along, we've embraced that. We've brought that into the platform. It's a little bit salad bar for us. We say, what is the best technology that can serve our ultimate mission? And one of the things that Librestream's always been focused on, has a pretty good reputation for, is what is a technology that is applicable to our users today? Not cool future stuff. Like, what can they use? Again, boots in the dirt, boots in the mud today. And so we've really we embrace all this stuff, but only as it serves our users, our customers, and our mission. When we look at that, and we brought AI into it to augment, excuse the pun, to augment our AR and other capabilities that we've been doing for a long time. But we always have our view on what are our users doing, where are our users working, right? So in our early days, we had users on offshore oil rigs that had 56K dial-up, and they couldn't give us 100% of that. And I said, hey, we need you guys to do live video on sub 50K kind of streams. And we figured out a way to do that. And so all of our technology things are all around how do we take these people that are in remote locations or in a building that is fresh concrete and steel, that's essentially a Faraday cage, and allow them to utilize the stuff. Now, if we think about AI, pretty network dependent, right? You got to be connected to do that for the most part. And we are, and that's how we approach that today. One area that we've thought about and are looking more is, as edge devices get better and you start to see AI brought to the edge, how do we pre-position content, pre-position information, access based on the job that this person is going out to do? So even in the truly unconnected spaces of the world, which there still are, how do we allow them to have the access, that efficiency to the information they need to complete their job? Even if they're got 0 bars on the phone, they've got cached stuff on the edge that says, all right, when I need that torque setting, I got it. It's preloaded.
It's amazing. Thank you, Charlie, because that's a very practical. We talk innovation. People often think about, the amazing future, but you're of course right in that, we need technology that's going to help us now by kind of utilizing it in the right way.
Absolutely.
Charlie, fantastic. Thank you very much for your insights. I really enjoyed it. And you guys can check out Librestream on the internet as well. And thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.